So you have this great picture, but there's one problem. There's a tiny little thing in it you want to remove. Don't know how to do it? Stay tuned, I'm going to show you right now. Hey guys, my name's Adam Berardi. I'm a documentary filmmaker and a cinematographer, and I'm also an actor and a performer. Recently, I got some headshots done, and the headshots I got back I really didn't like as much as I thought I would. It wasn't the photographer's fault, it was my fault. I didn't shave properly, I missed hairs on my neck. There's a blemish on my face I wanted to remove. And all that stuff together made for a pretty poor picture in my view. I really wanted to put my best foot forward to casting directors, and I just couldn't do that with the photo that I had that I felt. So I wanted to fix it. There's a really easy way to fix it in Adobe Photoshop, actually 2 ways, and I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. So here we are, guys. This is my headshot. Now, I was in Burbank in August and I had just been on a hike and I was doing a commercial out there. And I've been waiting to get to see this photographer for a very long time. He's one of the best in California, in my opinion. And I got a call, he had an opening, and I jumped at the chance to go see him. I didn't have makeup with me, so there's a lot of blemishes that are pronounced in this picture, and usually stuff that makeup would cover. So here I am. I have, up here, I have this little blood blister that I've had since I was a kid. I have a little piece of chorizo right here in my face that needs to be taken care of. I have a little mark right here. There's hair on the side of my face, and all that I'll be taken care of. But I want to show you guys how to do this in just a few easy steps. So we're gonna focus on this little piece of chorizo right here because it's in a spot on my face that has a lot of texture, and I think that'd be the most helpful. So what we're gonna do is go over to our toolbar that's right here on our left-hand side, and we are going to find the clone stamp tool. It looks like a stamp, it's right here, and we're gonna click on it. Now the clone stamp tool is pretty interesting. First of all, what we'd like to do is make sure that you have the size of the brush you'd like to use. And it's right up here, so you just go right up to the top here by the clone stamp, and you'll see a little circle. And you have all these different options for brushes. I prefer soft round, and I prefer to bring the hardness up to about 50 to 60, just depending. It all depends. You gotta kind of play around with it and look at it a little bit. And then you're gonna wanna find yourself a nice patch of skin that would look similar to the skin that you're trying to cover up, or the spot on your photograph you're trying to cover up. Now all you have to do is hit the Alt button and then left click your mouse and it'll sample that spot, and then you can just move the circle over it and then left click again, and voila, you have yourself a nice covered spot there. If you still don't like it and you want it to be a little bit more smoothed out, that's okay, we can do that. Go back over to your toolbar and we're gonna go over to this little water drop. That's the blur tool, and as it says, it blurs areas in the image. So we're gonna go there, and then we'll just change the size of our paintbrush to whatever we want. Smaller is better. Again, careful for the hardness. You don't want it too blurry. You're just trying to even things out a little bit. And we're just gonna go around this in a circle and try to make it even out a little bit. And that looks pretty darn good. If someone didn't see that on my face, they probably would have never guessed it was there from this picture. Now that's one way to do that. It's not my favorite way, but it's definitely a way you can do it. I'm gonna go backwards now by hitting Control Z a few times, or if you're on a Mac, that's Command Z. And we're going to use my favorite tool, which is right up here on the toolbar, and it's called the Spot Healing Brush tool. Look at all the great stuff it's doing there. You see how in that little cinematic, how it's just taking out actual things. It's fantastic if you have a landscape picture and you're trying to remove, let's say, a bird from it, or a bush, or a rock, or a person. It actually works very well, and I think it works really well for headshot photography as well. So I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna find my brush here, and the hardness is about 73. I'm gonna take it down a little tiny bit, so it looks more natural. 147, let's see that. It's about the right size. So we're gonna go over to the Spot Healing Brush tool. We're gonna go right over my little piece of chorizo, and we're gonna left click on it. And look at that, it is gone. Not a lot of blending that needs to be done here, but if you want to, you can go back to your blur tool and you can just blur out the sides a little bit. Looks pretty natural. Not that hard to do. If you want to do more, let's do some more. So we go back to the spot healing brush tool, and we're gonna just take the size down by a lot here. So we don't need a lot of size here. And there is my little blood blister on the top of my forehead, and I'm just gonna click on it. Gone. No blending needed. Maybe there's something else I want to click on. See this little spot right here under my eye? Gone. And when you're printing out these headshots to give them the casting directors on audition day, no one's gonna notice these things. Really easy to do. If you have a beautiful piece of landscape photography that you want to repair in some way, maybe your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend's in it, that's a great way to do it as well. And it's just as easy as that. Well, that's it, guys. Again, simple as that. If you like what you saw today and you want to see more videos, do me a favor. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and until next time, bye.